Journal of Rex Chance, dated June 8th, 1937. For years, I thought my father was dead. Dr. Eric Chanikoff, the infamous scientist who disappeared almost 30 years ago after being exiled from the scientific community. All I knew of him is what a handful of old newspaper clippings told me, and that's never been enough. Until today, when I received a letter that turned my world upside down. My son, at last I found you. I've been on these islands for years, working in exile, to protect both you and myself. But I'm growing old. I'm sure I have many years left, but I don't want to take any chances. I want to look on the face of my son before it's too late. Upton Julius, the man who saved my life, and has been my confidant all these years, found you at my request. I want you to know the truth. Your father, Dr. Eric Chanikoff. Follow the coordinates provided to a small and frigid little rock in the southern region of the Isla Variadas island chain, a stretch of virtually unknown islands nearly 1,000 miles long, lost in the vastness of the South Pacific, and owned by the wealthy industrialist Upton Julius. The building had been deserted. There were no signs of my father.
Rather beautiful, aren't they? They're products of the Sigma technology, the perfect blending of two separate animals. Far superior to anything you'd find in nature.
Interesting, pets. Look, I'm obviously in the wrong place. I'm looking for a man.
Yes, you're here to find Dr. Chanikoff, your long-lost father.
What's going on here? Who are you?
Upton Julius at your service.
Upton Julius? Aren't you a friend of my father? Where is he?
You should be more concerned about yourself, Mr. Chance.
Well, I've got no quarrel with you, so You can call off your crossbreeds.
Crossbreeds? So narrow-minded, the Sigma technology does far more than crossbreed. It combines fears, Mr. Chance, compounds terrors. A fact you'll understand soon enough. Collect him. He must be alive, but he needn't be intact.
Easy. Stay back.
Doc! Get on!
Get him! Get him!
Hurry! I'm out of darts!
Ah! Dr. Willing, you'll pay for your interference and betrayal, and I will capture Mr. Chance, regardless.
I don't know who you are, miss, but thanks.
I'm Dr. Lucy Willing, a friend and colleague of your father.
You know my father? Where is he?
Yes,
What was that?
Damn it! The fans have overheated. We must have blown a rotor.
What can I do?
Just hold on.
From the Journal of Rex Chance, June 13th, 1937. It's only been a day since I've arrived on the island, but it feels like a week. I haven't slept at all, but somehow I'm not feeling tired. Lucy and I have been working around the clock trying to repair the hovercraft. This thing is practically held together with chewing gum and baling wire, with each repair causing 2 more problems. But our biggest issue is fuel. There's a depot on the next island, but it's also a fairly obvious place for us to walk into an ambush. Okay, let's get out of here.
Where to?
I'm here for my father, so let's head back to his lab and see what we can find.
Julius's men are sure to look for us there.
I'm betting on it, Lucy.
Where are you, boys? Hello? You? Oh, if you're dead, I'm gonna kill yous.
From the Research Diary of Dr. Lucy Willing, June 15th, 1937. Case profile, Whitey Hooten. According to my charts, we're entering the territory of Whitey Hooten, one of Julius's right-hand men. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but his brute strength and quick temper make a big impression on the men, keeping them in line and on schedule with Julius's plans. It doesn't hurt that he's practically a legend in these parts. He's famous for being a notorious whaler, chasing down the great white whale across the South Seas. I've heard stories of him breaking pack ice just by yelling at it, and catching whales with his bare hands. These can hardly be believed, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous.
Your men are beaten. The gig's up, Hooten. Tell me where my father is, or I'm coming for you next.
Is that all you want? Long lost daddy? Well, I'll tell you where he is, all right. But you'll need a shovel if you want to seize him. He's buried nearby.
Shut that radio off.
What now, Rex?
Take me to Whitey Hooten. From the Journal of Rex Chance, June 15th, 1937. Had a strange dream last night. Incredibly vivid. Could have sworn I was there, running through the woods. Everywhere I looked, I saw what I expected to see, only not in the way I expected to see it. It felt as though I could sense everything, down to the tiniest blade of grass. I was aware of everything, including an overwhelming sadness.
You rotten, cheating scoundrels! You ruined my ship!
I guess that's the end of Whitey Hooten.
Upton Julius transmitting to Velika Lepet. We have lost all contact with Whitey Hooten.
I know you must be overwhelmed with grief, given your affections for him, but if you can manage to pull yourself together, I have a job for you. I need you to capture Chanakov's son. He will be coming from the south and has that upstart Dr. Willing with him. Do not underestimate him. He has proven himself to be quite resourceful. He must be captured. He is the key to everything.
From the research diary of Dr. Lucy Willing, June 17th, 1937. Dr. Chanakov's death has finally sunk in. I can't believe he's gone. He was like a father to me. It seems like ages since all this started, and that makes sense. Coming to these islands felt like the beginning of a new life. Since then, the Sigma project has become everything to me. And Dr. Chanakov even indicated that he thought I would be able to continue his work after he passed. I hoped that day would never come. He was a kind and brilliant man. Rex never knew him and didn't know what he missed. This seems to have taken a heavy toll on him. He's a guarded man who's had a hard life. Yet I see a lot of his father in him. From the research diary of Dr. Lucy Willing, June 18th, 1937. Case profile, Velika Lepet. Velika is from an old, wealthy Parisian family. Somehow, they avoided the guillotine during the revolution and survived to spawn a whole brood of nasty little aristocrats just like her. She's got a taste for fashion like a lion has a taste for meat, using combined animals to create new kinds of furs to sell to her high society friends. She and Julius get along grandly. I think he wants her for her less tangible abilities. Along the way, they found that their visions were complementary. Julius wants to take over the world, and Velika wants to take over Julius.
From the Journal of Rex Chance, June 19th, 1937. It's been over a week since I first arrived on these islands. It hasn't exactly been a tropical vacation, but I feel I'm holding up well. In some ways, I feel more alive than ever. I've always excelled under pressure, and all this combat has honed my senses to a fine edge. I just don't remember feeling this aggressive before. Now, time to get my head out of the clouds and back to the task at hand. Velika Lepet now stands directly in our way, which means we're gonna have to do some good old-fashioned shoving to get her to step aside.
This is terrible! I must get away! My gorgeous wardrobe! My furs! They'll pay for this! This isn't possible!
Gravity 1, Velika 0. Hey, what gives? We won!
I never expected to see the technology misused like this. We've got to stop the rest of them.
Slow down, sister. The villages are safe. Velika's grounded. Why don't we enjoy the sunset together?
Captain Julius transmitting to all bases.
Be on the lookout for two individuals, a man and a woman, traveling in an early prototype mobile lab. They are Rex Chance and Dr. Willing, and they must be captured alive. Do not interfere with their passage. I have a special surprise waiting for them on Isla Proculsus.
From the Journal of Rex Chance, June 25th, 1937. I had another strange dream last night. A deafening blast, knocking me to the ground. Catastrophic destruction. Trees flattened for miles. Someone lying in the snow. My father running to them. Something horrible has happened somewhere in my past. This Sigma thing is at the heart of it. I needed to stop Julius, but once this whole ordeal is over, this technology must be destroyed. It's too much power to remain in the hands of normal men.
From the research diary of Dr. Lucy Willing, June 26, 1937. Case profile, Dr. Otis Ganglion. Ganglion is a veterinarian, but not out of any love for animals. He developed a bit of a name for himself, creating all kinds of strange animal hoaxes that he peddled to freak shows across America. Somehow, he managed the development of some specialized antitoxins and healing agents, and the poor things actually survived his meddling. Julius brought him on about a year ago. I wasn't sure why, but now I am. He needed someone sick enough to do the unethical kinds of experiments that Dr. Chenikov refused to do.
From the Journal of Rex Chance, June 27th, 1937. This desert heat has taken a heavy toll on the creatures, and on Lucy. Luckily, it doesn't seem to affect me as much. In fact, I feel strangely invigorated by it. I've met all sorts of unsavory characters in my time, but this Dr. Ganglion sounds like a real sick twist. Sounds like we'll be doing the world a favor by taking him off duty. Hope he doesn't mind that it's us making the house call.
Dr. Otis Ganglion. A case study dated June 30th, 1937. Subject, Rex Chance. He is a prime physical specimen with a sharp mind, as to be expected. He shows signs of extremely acute, almost inhuman perceptive abilities. His physical prowess, strength, endurance are far beyond my expectations. I have not seen him sleep in the 2 days I have been with him. Quite impressive. The most amazing thing is that the subject seems to be in denial about the full extent of his abilities. But it is my experience that people tend to cling to an ideal of normalcy, even remarkable people, in order to make their place within this world. This simply won't do. Rex Chance must learn who, or more accurately, what he really is. His reaction to such a revelation would almost merit a separate case study in and of itself.
From the Journal of Rex Chance, July 2nd, 1937. I found the answers I seek in the form of a letter from my father to Dr. Julius. To Mr. Julius, dated April 5th, 1937. I have a request of you, but to make it, I feel that first you deserve the truth. After all these years and all you've done, I owe you that much. In 1908, what was reported as a comet flattened thousands of kilometers of trees and set fires that burned for weeks in the Tunguska region of Siberia. This was no comet. It was the birth of the Sigma technology. That fateful night, I participated in the first and last test of a weapon called the Death Ray, which was developed by a brilliant scientist named Nikola Tesla. Nikola dismantled this weapon afterwards. The results, however, could not be dismantled. The ray caused untold devastation, and somehow brought into existence the original Sigma chamber. I wish I could explain how this occurred, but even after 29 years, I've no solution to this puzzle. The reports say that no one died in the Tunguska event, but that's not true. My darling wife, who you never knew, did not survive. The only other person directly exposed to the blast was my son, Rex. Amazingly, he was untouched, or so we thought. We had observed many flora and fauna mutations at the epicenter of the Tunguska blast, but nothing like what had happened to my son. I have reason to believe he is the very essence of Sigma, a human combined with thousands of elements from his environment, and far superior as a result. As you know, I sentenced myself to a life of exile on these islands to escape the wrath of the Russian government. I could not, however, give my son the same life sentence. I sent him to America with a trusted companion. I wanted him to have a normal existence, which is why I never told him about it. He's special. The only human to ever survive and combine and come out better for it. There's no telling what he's capable of. I want to see him again. Tell him the truth about himself. I want to see how my boy has grown up and beg his forgiveness for what I've done. You have done so much for me, but I'd like to ask one last favor. Please, help me find my son. Isla Tantus, the last stop. I'm surprised he isn't here to greet us.
Why, Mr. Chance? Who's to say he isn't?
Why, you no good backstabber.
Oh, you didn't actually expect my help, did you?
So, Julius, I see you've decided to do the sensible thing and give up.
Rex Chance, you are a worthy adversary. Vigilant right to the very end. But surely you must know that this is the end.
I can't move. What's happening?
You are a product of the original Sigma Chamber, which, thanks to your father, is now mine. As the Chamber controls the animals that it has created, so it controls you, Mr. Chance. I just needed you to come within range. Now, I control your body. And soon when you tire, I'll control your mind.
I won't be controlled. I'll fight you every step of the way.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. But I don't plan on keeping you around. A few simple tests, followed by a thorough dissection, will give me all the information I need to reproduce an army of combined men, not unlike yourself, each one capable of controlling creatures across entire continents. My victory is practically foretold.
Swine, I'll get you for this.
How, Mr. Chance? You'll be dead.
Captain! Amazing! It seems your creatures instinctively want to protect you. Run! He's taking control of them!
Thanks, fellas.
Oh no, I must escape. For science's sake. No, for the world's sake. I must escape.
Did you ever have a dream, Mr. Chance?
I dreamt that one day I'd meet my father.
Ah, yes, well, I suppose I ruined that for you, didn't I? I guess we could say we're even then.
No, we can't. Where's Lucy?
I have a duty to the world. I don't expect you to understand that.
Goodbye, Julius.
Rex.
Lucy! You're alive.
What's happened? Is it over?
Yeah, kid. It's over.